Hiya, my name's Savannah Marshall and you're watching Sport and Icons.
All right, let's get it. So I've been getting a lot of messages over on social media and of course in the comment section late last night on Tyson Fury and this whole farmer situation. And I did a community post late last night just to let you guys know that I was aware of it, but I didn't have time to do a video last night. So I'm gonna do it right now for you and give you my thoughts on this whole situation. Now, just to give everybody a brief overview of what it is, some farmer, Martin somebody, and I'll put a link to it in the description box. There's no point in me reading out all these statements. I'll just give you the gist of everything that's going on, which is this farmer, Martin somebody. He's claiming that Team Fury paid him £25,000, or sorry, offered him £25,000 to cover up a story for Tyson Fury and Hughie Fury back in 2015. And of course, he was then approached by Team Fury in 2016, 2017 to cover up for a story of Wild Boar as to how UKAD found an A sample of some elevated levels of nandrolone. Now, this is just prior to the Christian Hammer fight. Okay, so it's got nothing to do with Vladimir Klitschko and all that kind of thing. And ever since that point, he's tested clean right the way through. Team Fury, Tyson Fury, Hughie Fury, Peter Fury, McKenzie, and I believe Frank Warren was involved. Although Frank Warren, he's saying that, first of all, the farmer is lying. And he's saying that he wasn't involved in that whole period anyway, which is a little bit strange for me, considering that he actually put on the Tyson Fury versus Christian Hammer fight. So I don't quite understand what it is that Frank Warren's talking about on that one. But the farmer, he's saying that because Team Fury wanted to use the reasoning as to why maybe they found elevated levels of nandrolone in their system is because they use Wild Boar. And this farmer, he's saying that he never got paid the money. So this is why he's coming forward. Well, sorry, he's saying he's coming forward now because he's tired of the lies. But he also said that he never got paid the money. So is he doing it out of revenge, or is he genuinely saying, listen, I feel bad that, you know, I had to sign some documents or whatever it may be to lie for Team Fury. Now, is the farmer lying? I have no idea, because here in the UK, and I'm sure in many other countries as well, there are a lot of people out there who want a few 5 minutes of fame. That's what they want. And of course, by going to the press, you can get paid a whole lot of money. Was this farmer put up to it by the press? Potentially, who knows? Because for me, it's very coincidental that everything surrounding the whole UKAD situation for Tyson Fury happened to come out over a year later, with about 16 months later, when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, or just after he fought Vladimir Klitschko and was gearing up for the rematch. So Tyson Fury, he was riding a crest of a high at that point because he became unified heavyweight champion by dethroning Vladimir Klitschko. Then all these stories about UKAD started to come out. And now he's become world champion again by defeating Deontay Wilder. And suddenly now there's more stories. Coincidence? Maybe, right? The timing of it seems very, very suspect to me. Now, to go back onto the farmer for this 25 grand. Now he's saying that it wasn't necessarily about the money. He was just helping them out, is what he was doing. But here's the thing though. Why would Team Fury, now no idea if it was Tyson himself, or if it was Hughie, or if it was Peter, or if it was McKenzie, or whoever else was involved, or maybe one of the lawyers for Team Fury, why would they approach a farmer who says, I've never done Wild Boar? So all the produce that he does, whether it be cows, whether it be pigs, chickens, etc., etc. The one thing he doesn't do, which is Wild Boar, why go to him to say, yes, I've been providing Team Fury with Wild Boar meat? It seems very odd. Now, I remember back at the time thinking, Wild Boar meat, that's a bit of a strange one to use as potentially the reason why. Now, Team Fury never said that was the reason why. They said potentially it was a reason why. That's all they could think of was Wild Boar. So if the Wild Boar story was true, then why not just go to the farmer or the place where they get the Wild Boar from? Because there's more chance of, if UKAD and British Box Border Control and anybody involved wanted to do a full investigation, which apparently they did, then surely they would have contacted the farmer and said, okay then, so show us your Wild Boar. can we test some of this wild boar? Surely they would have done that, and then the farmer would have went, well, actually, I don't have any wild boar. It just seems strange to me that they would use a farmer that they never got wild boar from. Just use the farmer that you did get the wild boar from. That's kind of my thing. And that's part of me that's thinking that maybe the farmer is lying. I don't know he's lying. I'm not here to accuse him, not at all. And I'm not here to say that, yes, they did offer him the 25 grand and they never paid him, or they didn't. Because truth is, I don't know. You don't know either. People will take the side and the decision that they want to take. Because for me, it just seems very, very suspect. Why now he's become world champion? Why back then use the excuse of wild boar meat when they never got the wild boar meat? It just seems very, very suspect. Now, again, while he may have signed a couple of documents for the solicitors or the lawyers of Team Fury, like he claims that he has, was it actually used in the case? Did UKAD, the British Border Control, did they use that as evidence to say, okay, then so we're going to believe the story of Wild Boar, but we're still going to give you a 2-year backdated ban? Because ultimately, that's what happened. And one of the reasons why they gave Tyson Fury a 2-year backdated ban wasn't necessarily because of the failed test, because apparently he passed the B sample, but it was because he refused a test. As in, refused a test for about 2 years later. And that's one of the reasons why. And of course, these guys come to an agreement, because had Tyson Fury have pushed all this, UKAD, and I did a video on this only a few days ago, titled up Tyson Fury did not fail a PED test for Vladimir Klitschko. And I went right the way through it for you guys. So that video will pop up at the end of this one, so you can go catch up fully as to what happened. But it just seems very suspect to me. I ain't gonna lie, it seems very, very suspect. Are people at work behind the scenes to try and keep Tyson Fury out of it? I don't know. But UKAD and British Border Control agreed to end the case with Tyson Fury, but by giving him a backdated 2-year ban, because he'd already been out of the ring for 2 years. And whatever their exact reasons were never officially released. Was it something to do with an nandrolone? Was it because they found traces of cocaine in his system? Was it because he refused the test? I was always led to believe it was because he refused the test. Because failing an A sample is one thing, but if you pass the B sample, that wipes out the A sample, but they still wanted to talk to him to find out how that happened. But again, did any of this that the farmer is claiming, did it actually go to the tribunal? Did it go to the panel of UKAD and whoever else was involved? Again, we don't know. Why come out now and say it? It's very suspect for me. As I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that the farmer's lying, but I do get the impression that there's more things at work than what we're currently seeing. I don't think it's anybody necessarily on the opposing team, for example. I don't think it's anything to do with the PBC, Fox Sports or Team Wilder. I don't think it's anything to do with them. Likewise, it ain't going to be anything to do with Matchroom Boxing or any other kind of rival organisation. That just isn't going to happen. It's got nothing to do with that. But if there are people at work, who could it be? I don't know. I really don't know. And all of it's going to be speculation. And I'm sure in the next days, weeks, maybe even month or so, we'll find out a bit more details about it. Because what this farmer's doing, if he can prove this, then that's not good for Tyson Fury, but also at the same time, he's already got a 2-year backdated ban, which is the maximum ban you could possibly get. Well, sorry, the maximum ban you could possibly get is an 8-year ban. But usually, because it's a first-time offence, you get a 6-month to a 2-year ban. He got the maximum for a first-time offence, 2-year ban. So it doesn't really matter now, does it? Because in theory, it shouldn't happen. Nothing should be done. The case was done. They done all their investigation. And if they didn't do a full investigation, then that's on them, isn't it? But ultimately, Tyson Fury is in a much better position now to well and truly drag UKAD and British Border Control or whoever else is in the loop for all of this. And if they decide to take it further, then Tyson Fury could quite literally bankrupt them, as apparently they were close to doing before when they spent about £600,000 on the case. For me, it's all suspect, and the point that I want to keep on going to is the fact that Tyson Fury, or Team Fury even, why go to a farmer who does not deal in wild boar meat? It seems very weird to me. Very, very weird. Anyway, listen, that's my thoughts on it all. Of course, you drop me yours. Click thumbs up to this video and, of course, subscribe. And I'll catch you all on the next one.